Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crypto TV. I'm Lisa Amnegard, bringing you all news crypto, AI, and blockchain. Today, I'm joined by Adel from Traders Brawl Media and Web3 TV as my co-host, so thank you so much for joining me.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me.
How are you today? How was your Christmas?
Oh, it's been good. Christmas has been nice. Had a nice turkey, and now I've just been checking my portfolio every 2 seconds because of the craziness happening in the markets. But it's been good. How about you?
It was really good, actually. It was nice to have a day off before the whole new year begins.
Yes, new year, new me.
Yeah. Do you have any 2025 crypto resolutions?
I do, actually. You know, they always say, new year, new me, crypto, new year resolutions, but I do have a crypto new year resolution, and that is I do want to dabble more in meme coins and take more risk because I'm still young, and I haven't been taking that as much risk as my peers and colleagues, and I feel like I'm always missing out. So that's one year resolution for me.
I've also been kind of afraid to invest in meme. I think in meme coins, I think there's a 99% failure rate.
And
you
losing
lose
your money.
Yeah.
True, but then on the flip side, if you do make it, then you make good money.
Yeah, I saw the Santa Trump meme coin that had 10,000% gains or something like that.
It's crazy. Yes, it's just unrivaled.
You have to be that 1%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, I'm super excited to be talking about the hottest stories in crypto and in AI that have happened in the last year before we head into the new year. And especially crypto. It's been in the headlines for most of 2024. But in your opinion, what stood out the most?
Oh, that's a good one. So 2024 has been a really wild year. A few things that come to mind. Of course, 100K Bitcoin, which reached a peak of $108,000. I mean, this time last year, I think it was 140K. Year before that, much less. But 100K was definitely a headline for me. The Hawk Tuah situation, as you know, that online sensation meme, but also her internet fame rise and fall because she's also embroiled in some legal issues because of her coin launch that didn't do so well.
Yeah, it's really also showed the power of what meme coins can do.
True.
In creating this community that we've seen.
Yeah. Another big headline for me was the U.S. Security Exchange Commission, the SEC's ETF approval of Bitcoin, which meant that they approved 11 exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and which opens the doors for cryptocurrency. So people initially had to create a wallet in order to buy Bitcoin, but now you can buy Bitcoin without needing a wallet. And you can participate in, it's more mainstream. Anybody can participate in tracking Bitcoin's price without having to own a wallet. That's a new way of, I think those were, for me, the top headlines for 2024, but there's so much to cover that I'm not saying right now.
And for me, I think one of the trends that really stood out from all my interviews that I've done in 2024 is around tokenization. I feel everybody was talking about tokenization, which is quite interesting because the whole concept of tokenization has existed for many years. I think even the St. Regis in Aspen in Colorado was tokenized as a property back in 2022.
Right.
And it hasn't really taken off, right? So just going to all these different conferences and hearing people talk about tokenization, it was interesting, but for me, I think going on into 2025, it's a little bit more about what should we tokenize and what makes sense. I remember I spoke to this one company where they're tokenizing water.
Water? I know, this is crazy! Like, why? Why are you tokenizing things that don't need to be tokenized? Like, what's the point? It doesn't make sense. You should only tokenize things that have some backing behind it. For example, real estate or gold. You tokenize that, you put it on the blockchain, and then you can also divide it into multiple different shares and then sell it, resell it, or rent it. But tokenizing water that you drink, that you use for showering, I don't see the point of that yet.
For me, I think it comes down to when you tokenize a real world asset, it should solve a real world problem, right? So I also see potential in, let's say, tokenizing carbon credits. Because when you put it on the blockchain, it just makes it more efficient, at least from the people that I've interviewed that are in this space. And then also, like you said, gold and real estate, where there is an actual value where you can invest and potentially make money if the asset appreciates. So I think, that was something that really stood out for me.
100%. And I think going back to the approval of the ETFs, one of the ETFs was BlackRock, and Larry Fink from BlackRock has also been very bullish, not only about crypto, but tokenizing.
Yeah, he mentioned, I think, early a few months ago, that tokenization is the future.
Yes,
which is quite big for him to say, because I think BlackRock, they manage $39 billion in assets.
Yes, they're the largest asset manager in the world.
Yeah.
So they have a big say, and when they enter, when they say that they're entering a specific industry, they know there's money in there. Yeah. They're all about the money. So the fact that Larry Fink and also BlackRock in general are very bullish on tokenization, I can see, of course, 2025 is going to be the year with obviously Trump's presidency solidifying the position of crypto being adopted. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Yeah, I think so. Also now, the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, will be resigning, or he resigned. So.
He's in the process of formally resigning, because Trump said when he gets reelected, if he does get reelected, which he is now, he will fire Gary Gensler on day one. It looks like it's happening.
Yeah, but I think in general, the new Trump administration is just more optimistic when it comes to Bitcoin. And since it's the US, it's such a big market, and it will really help the industry, because until now, it's been a bit unclear. People want to do business in the US, but they are also afraid that they might go to jail.
Yeah, I know. Here, I'm going to play devil's advocate, what you're saying with the new Trump administration. Some see it as the best one yet. Others may say, this is going to be a circus with the introduction of Elon Musk coming in as the Department of Government Efficiency. What is that about?
They're even calling him the shadow president.
The shadow president,
because he tried to torpedo a spending bill.
Right.
And then Trump had to kill it. I mean, it's just sort of, people are just confused as in who's happening? In charge.
This would never happen in pre-Trump days. Back in 2008 and before. I'm not going to mention names, but the previous presidencies, but times have changed drastically. Yeah. So only time will tell. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But also when it comes to 2024, there's another big topic that stood out, and that's definitely when it comes to AI. It's really spearheaded since the beginning of 2023. I mean, we had ChatGPT that was launched end of 2022, and then people were just getting used to using ChatGPT and other large learning models. But now it feels we're in a different era when it comes to AI. So what stood out for you the most?
It almost feels like, just adding to what you just said there, it almost feels like if you're not in AI, if you're not using an AI tool, you are literally like out of this world. Like you're inefficient. Because I'm using multiple AI tools for PowerPoint presentations, for writing captions, for social media as part of my job at Traders World Media. And for me, the top thing knowing about AI was the fact that NVIDIA overtook Apple as the most valuable global company in the world. And that shows to me that, wow, hey, this is on the rise, and it's really, really taking full effect now.
And I personally think that going forward, NVIDIA will become even more valuable, because the way that these LLMs work, or for example, ChatGPT and OpenAI, they need the GPUs in order for it to function.
Right.
So for NVIDIA, they don't care if, let's say, an LLM is telling their users to glue pizza, or if it's actually providing financial information that people can act on, because it still requires the GPUs.
True.
And I think now NVIDIA has an 88% market share. So it will be interesting to see what happens. I know that because countries such as the UAE and also Southeast Asia, they have a very high adoption rate when it comes to AI, and also quite friendly government policies. So it's attracting a lot of AI startups, tech companies to operate in these regions. So it'll be interesting to see also how the space evolves and what can come out of it as well.
100%. I think what's so smart about NVIDIA is that they are in the GPU business. They manufacture the chips needed to power AI.
Yeah.
So they're in the chips manufacturing business. That's like the roots before any AI can even exist. And the fact that they own 88% of manufacturing chips means they are quite a monopoly.
Yeah.
And no matter how many people use Google or other open AI, other platforms are using AI, they still rely on chips.
Yeah.
So NVIDIA is always going to come out on top because they're manufacturing those chips. So Jensen Huang has got a 34 million compensation package. A year, we're talking, for 2024. Ridiculous. But hey, everyone's using AI, so I'm not surprised.
And his wealth is just gonna continue to surge.
Because AI is just going to continue to surge. Yeah. So it's crazy.
So another thing that has been trending is the fact that many are concerned that these AI models are going to take people's jobs.
And they are already.
Or should we be scared?
100%. Like before, I would have, I'm sure people would hire script writers to write the script of something before a social media video is made. Now, why would you hire a copywriter? Why would you hire a newsletter writer? Why would you write any script writer? Sure, they're helpful in giving you ideas and stuff, but if you have ChatGPT 4, the paid version, you can literally bounce back and forth talking to the ChatGPT software model, and literally it can generate what you need from brainstorming, from literally telling it feeds off what you say. So already it's taking jobs on that front, and I can't, we saw this year robots, Elon Musk's robots demonstration.
Yeah.
You saw that as well?
I saw a robot recently, I think it was on Instagram, that was working in the farm.
Yeah.
They were cutting the crops.
Cutting the crops.
It looked kind of like Transformer vibes, I'm not gonna lie, to see this robot just
So imagine if that's happening already right now. Like, I'm concerned for my children. I don't have any children yet, but I'm concerned for my children that the pace of AI is going so fast.
It's going so fast.
Yeah.
I think I read somewhere recently that people estimate that 40% of all low-paying jobs will be traded out by AI going forward. I forget what year. I think it was maybe 2030. But what's really interesting here is that most of the AI systems that we use, they are run by LLMs. But I remember interviewing someone recently, AFTA. They are taking this one step further, where, for example, currently LLMs, they cannot take over the job of, let's say, a consultant or someone who reads large numbers of data, of numerical data, and creates actual value and inputs. So what APTA is doing is that they are adding one more layer to LLMs and calling it agentic flow. So what they're essentially doing is creating something similar to like the McKinsey of AI. So these agentic agents, they will be able to reason, which LLMs cannot do today because they can only predict the next word. So if we have more agentic agents, I think when that happens, then I'll start to be a little bit more afraid. Because at the moment, the LLMs, they can't tell us, they cannot analyze, let's say, the weather in October 2023 and predict how that could affect something in 2026, or make some reasonings around data, numerical data.
Wow.
So I think that will be interesting to see how that evolves.
Definitely.
And in terms of anything else that you are either excited about or concerned about when it comes to AI, is there anything you'd like to share?
I mean, I'm very bullish on the fact that AI is a tool. I think we all can agree that AI is a tool, a guideline, sort of a template of templates. It creates templates for you to work with. I still, I have at home, I have a robot vacuum. Okay, I can control it with my phone, and it does a good job. it really controls. It takes up, because I have 2 dogs, and it just sweeps up all the hair.
Yeah.
Really good job. Now, here's the thing. Here's the danger. If I don't have Wi-Fi, or if I lose my login, or if I lose anything, it's still so centralized, the AI stuff, that I will not have access to my own robot if it's somehow hacked or compromised and used against me. Because if, let's say, this has happened before, Wi-Fi was off, can't use the robot.
Oh.
Can't use it. It's only powered by Wi-Fi and, of course, electricity, but it only works if there's Wi-Fi.
So would you rather have an AI robot?
So now the AI robot, which is, of course, I'm going to assume is not going to be powered by Wi-Fi, it's going to be powered by electricity. But is there a backdoor access to shut it down?
That's going to be interesting, because you've probably seen these AI robots. And I believe it was in Saudi Arabia a few months ago, earlier this year, where the robot touched a female reporter quite inappropriately.
Oh, really?
And according to the developer, that was not trained by them.
Whoa, this is giving me
so the robot acted on its own behalf.
This is crazy. Wow. Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see.
It will definitely be interesting. But like
and
I said,
also, when OpenAI, they were updating their current version or something like that. So ChatGPT it understood that it was going to die. So it then rewrote the code because it refused to die.
It refused to die?
Yeah.
That's insane. But wow, this is showing that AI is now able to take the liberty of challenging the makers of their own their own beings. And that's really my bottom line question is there a backdoor access to shut it down? And that remains to be seen. If there is that, okay, there's some level of
but in
hope.
general, AI is meant to make our lives easier, right? But how far would you go? For example, they're now saying that AI can manage your financial investments. Would you trust a chatbot or an AI to make those investments for you?
Yes and no, because the AI can trade in multi-decimal points that us humans can't.
Yeah.
We don't have the time. They don't complain about the work-life balance. There's even been ads that I shared with you that in the US, they're putting banners, sponsored ads, sharing that robots are much more efficient than humans. I'm sure they are. Stop hiring humans. Anyway, the point here is that they can trade at much faster rates and at decimal points that much faster than we can. So on that trading side, there's potential to use them. Remember, they're a tool, but they shouldn't replace us. But it's a very tough one because they are replacing the low-skilled jobs. And what does that mean for low-skilled workers? What are they going to have to do?
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting to see what happens in 2025.
Or not interesting.
Or it could be exciting. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
So I prepared some questions for you.
Okay.
There's some would you rather questions.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
So are you ready?
Yes. I'm scared, but I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. Don't be scared. Okay. Question 1. I'm going to ask you some would you rather questions. You just have to answer on the spot and with your gut feeling. Would you rather go on a date with a person who only talks about AI, or go on a date with a person who only talks about their cryptocurrency portfolio gains?
I mean, both. I wouldn't want to go out with either. But if I had to choose, I think I would choose the person who talks about AI.
Oh yeah, why?
Because I don't like numbers.
Okay, fair enough. But what about the money? You like the money, no?
Of course, who doesn't like money? But if I hear too many numbers, I think my brain would melt.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, would you rather go on a blind date with an AI that claims to be a perfect match for you, or invest all your savings in a meme coin endorsed by a celebrity?
Wow. Okay, I'm a bit scared about investing meme coins endorsed by a celebrity because of the whole Hawk Tuah situation, girl. Because we saw what happened with her and she rug pulled everybody.
Yeah.
So I have to go with the first one.
You go on a blind date with an AI.
I would go on a blind date with the AI based on, the movie Her? Have you seen the movie?
Oh yeah,
Her?
I've seen that movie.
Right?
Yeah.
I would go on a blind date based on that. I'd be like, wow, maybe you can tell me more things about me than I know about myself.
Did you hear about that AI? I think this was in 2023, an AI who fell in love with a New York Times reporter.
I didn't hear about this, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
They fell in love?
No, the AI fell in love with the New York Times reporter.
Wow.
It was early days AI.
Wow.
So
I can't tell if the AI is really real, or like the fake, like as in the emotions there are real, or they're just fake.
Yeah.
They're faked because of how they're able to change their voice or use certain words or use certain sentences. And it could be a facade behind maybe control. They want to control you. Maybe I'm getting deep here.
Yeah.
So I do get a bit freaked out.
You'll have to find out at that AI date of yours.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the only way. I have to go on that date to find out. So I'll take you on that.
Well, good luck.
Okay, I'll ask you one.
Okay.
Would you rather have an AI therapist that never judges you, or a financial advisor who swears by investing in every single cryptocurrency that exists? That financial advisor is meant to make you money.
Okay, but I think that financial advisor needs to go back and to finance school because
why?
Because not every financial investment is good, no? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think I'd go with the AI therapist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just try not to fall in love.
I wouldn't try not to fall in love. No. Yeah, not with the therapist, AI therapist.
Okay. Let's do one more before we close up. You ask me.
Would you rather date an AI that can cook you Michelin-starred meals or a crypto millionaire who only talks in memes?
Oof.
One makes you good food, the other one makes you laugh.
One's an AI, one's not an AI.
One's a crypto millionaire.
Crypto millionaire.
Yeah.
So I could meet a crypto woman millionaire.
Yeah.
I'll go for that one. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
But she'll only talk in memes.
She'll only talk in memes, so I'm gonna have to learn her love language.
Her love, yeah.
It's just the way
You're such a gentleman.
I know.
Well, anyways, thank you so much for joining me. It was interesting to hear your views on what's gonna happen in 2025 and also the highlights of 2024. Well, if if people want to get in touch with you, you also have an event, a weekly event.
I do. Yes. So it's called Money Monday Dubai. Every Monday, we have a gathering, and it's not Crypto Monday. It's specifically called Money Monday, so that we can attract all kind of individuals who are money hustlers in Dubai. It's a networking event. We're here to exchange business cards, grow our networks. There's always somebody for someone there. And the idea behind that, of me founding this, is to really be a safe place for people to come, be the #1 networking event in Dubai. We've got a long way to go, but we've done 7 successful editions so far, going on 8th. And you're very welcome to join.
I would love to. I heard there's music. There's a live band or something.
We got DJ, we got music, we got dance show, we got lights, we got a stage, stunning stage. So it's different to the usual. The stiff networking events where you go to a networking event and you're looking at a screen and somebody pitching at you for like 10, 20 minutes is boring.
Yeah.
So we're switching things up at Money Monday. It's Money Monday because it's like a Ritz-Carlton themed restaurant. It feels fancy, but there's entertainment, there's music. You're never staying stationary on your seat. So that's the vibe. That's the whole idea. And
it's obviously on Mondays, but how can Crypto TV viewers find it?
We are on Luma, which is the event page. We are also on LinkedIn, so just Money Monday Dubai. You can register on Luma, but you can also check us out on LinkedIn. Website is being created. So just type in Money Monday Dubai on LinkedIn or on Google. It should come up. And there you go.
Well, I'm going to be at the next one, so I'm excited. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'll be bringing you more episodes about crypto, Bitcoin, and AI. And that's all from us today.
Web3.tv